The Sudan army has said that the paramilitary shot at a Turkish evacuation plane as it was landing outside Khartoum earlier today, damaging its fuel system. Fortunately, there were no injuries. However, the Sudanese paramilitary has accused the army of spreading lies. I'm joined by my colleague Siddhant on the phone line. So Siddhant, amid Operation Kaveri, you can also see that this information war is taking place between the two sides, the Sudanese army and the Sudanese paramilitary.
That's right, Ayushman. Situation is complicated and situation is unpredictable because it appears that the 72 hours truce, which was announced by two sides after mediation done by Saudi Arabia and United States, it looks like that both the parties are not holding on to the truce. And this is perhaps the reason that today, this has been reported by Reuters, that a Turkish evacuation plane was shot at by Sudanese paramilitary rapid support forces. Now, this is what Sudanese army is claiming in a statement. And in fact, the same has been confirmed by Turkish Defense Ministry. Now, RSF has to say that they were not involved in opening fire shots at Turkish airplane at the time of evacuation, at the time of landing. But Turkish side has confirmed fire being opened on their planes. And in fact, the Sudanese army has put the entire blame on the paramilitary forces. Now, the blame game is going on. But what is interesting here is this is the same airstrip which was used by Indian Air Force to do the landing of C-130J to get 121 Indians rescued. This airstrip is 40 kilometers away from Khartoum. It is not well built. And in fact, it is not a standard airstrip, and since the people who were stuck here were not able to reach Port Sudan, so the decision was taken by Indian Air Force also to do the landings here, and in fact, the Turkish teams were also here to evacuate their people. Now, this incident has happened with the Turkish airplane. We have been told that plane has sustained some issues post the firing on the plane, but that issue was later resolved on ground, and no casualty has taken place. Nobody has got injured. But it again establishes it establishes that how this truce, the ceasefire that these two groups are talking about, they are not holding on to it. And instead of that, they are blaming each other. So situation is still remains fluid, complicated, and especially for those who are in a line to get evacuated, and for those who are carrying out the evacuation missions, not just from India but all across the world.
All across the world. Thank you, Siddhant, for getting us that piece of breaking news and the latest from this war zone.